Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I thought I would do a recent game pickup video because I've not done one of them for a little while now, and I did pick up a little stack of games over the last 2 days. It's been quite nice outside, so I took a little trip up to the town and went through one of my favourite stores to kind of try and find some bargains for games. It's a store here called CEX, and you can sometimes get a bargain, but they've caught on to the eBay thing now, and they tend to match their prices with eBay now, which is pretty shit. But sometimes you'll catch them slipping on some games, and they'll have like a lower price than what eBay have got on it, and you can get yourself a bit of a bargain. But I'll just show you what I got while I was up there. All the all the games apart from the first one I'm going to show you are Xbox 360 games. So if you're not interested in Xbox 360, feel free just to skip this one. But the first game that I picked up was this a really cool little kart racer for the PlayStation 1 called Is it Speed Freaks? Yeah, Speed Freaks. Now, I'm a really big fan of kart racing games. I've always loved them over the more kind of realistic simulator style racing games. Apart from obviously like Gran Turismo, which I loved the early PlayStation game versions of that. Not so much in later years. I've not really kind of found a simulator style game that I've really gravitated to. I've played Forza, recent Gran Turismos. I got Drive Club recently, just the other day, which was. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but then I got bored of it really quickly. Whereas kart racers like this, I can play them non-stop and I just don't get bored. Like Crash Team Racing, Mario Karts, even Sonic All Stars Racing was a fantastic one. Diddy Kong Racing. There's so many great kart races, and I really wanted to try this one out for a while now, and I saw it there. This one was actually probably the most expensive game out of the bunch. This one, well, apart from one game, this one was £3, which is what, about like $4 something. Let's just say something like that. But yeah, really happy to pick that one up, and yeah, looking forward to playing that. So the next game I got was Enchanted Arms. This is an RPG on the 360. Really got it complete with the manual. I wanted to play this for a long time. Now is the time to get into collecting for the 360 and the PS3 if you're wanting to pick up any games from there. The RPGs are the ones that are going to go up in the future, because they're the games that hold the most content, and they always retain their value. So if you're looking to get RPGs for the 360 that you've passed up on, like me, like this, I'd go back and get them now while they're really cheap. This one only cost me £1.50, which is, it's just so cheap for this. And the PS3 version of this was in the store as well for £1.50, but I decided to go with this one because the 360 one is a lot better. If you just go and look at screenshots of Enchanted Arms with PS3 and 316, you'll see the difference. But anyway, really happy to pick that one up. Next up is a game I've been dying to play for so many years, and I can't believe I've still never played it, and it is Blue Dragon. Now, when this came out, I was just like, oh god, being a big fan of Dragon Ball Z and anime and stuff, I looked at that and I was like, god, that's just so, looks like Goku, and I was just like, so wanting to play this. I just never got round to it, and I'm sure other gamers can relate. There are games that you always want to play, that you, for some reason or another, you buy other games and you just never get back round to them. For example, there might be like, this might have came out at the same time as let's just say maybe Gears of War or something, and I probably played Gears of War and or Oblivion back then, at the time when this was out, and I never had the money to get this at the time, and then when new games came out I gravitated towards the newer games, and this one just get left behind, and I always thought, oh well, it'll drop in price and I'll pick it up at some point, and you just never get round to it. But I have always wanted to play it, and I noticed it was backwards compatible now with Xbox One, and I just thought, you know, I've got to pick this up and play this. I've been dying to play this for so many years. And another cool thing about this, the Blue Dragon game does actually have. Oh, I've got to show you this. I'm about to mark out here with the coloured manual. Oh, look at that! The characters and everything, so good. But yeah, there's only two here just now because I've got one inside the Xbox One right now. But this game actually was spread over 3 discs, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Blue Dragon, wanted to play that for so long. Next up is Infinite Undiscovery? I have had my eyes on this for a little while, or is it this one that's? I'm trying to think if it's this one that is the one that's a lot better on 360 than it, maybe instead of Enchanted Arms. I can't remember. It's one of the games in here, but yeah, really cool RPG. Complete yet again. And I just thought I'd pick this up. I believe. Sorry, Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon was the most expensive one. Blue Dragon was £3.50. Enchanted Arms was, what did I say that was? That was like £1.50, and then this one was £1.50 as well. Just a fantastic steal for, you know, a really good looking RPG. Next up is one that I have wanted to play ever since I pretty much got done with Oblivion. I'm sure this game was coming out, or I'd only heard about it at that time, and it's called Two Worlds, and this is the first one. There is a sequel. I don't know if there's a third one, but yeah, this game had a lot of issues with it, but it looked fantastic at the time. I was really, you know, excited to get this, and it's just like Blue Dragon. I ended up skipping over it because of other games that ended up coming out, and this one, you know, there was some issues that came up in watching reviews with this one, and I just, you know, I never decided to get it. I just decided to pass up on it, but I have wanted to play this and the sequel for a long time. It's you know, it's just a really kind of fantasy style, open world, huge worlds, and, you know, lots of dungeons to explore and stuff. Really cool games. Definitely check them out. So next up I got 2 games that I have still to play, and I've played the first one in the series, but believe it or not, I've not got around to playing either of these, Fable 2 or Fable 3. Now, the first one was a fantastic game. I loved that game so much, and I've just never got around to playing either of these, so I just thought I'd pick up these and complete. These were each £2 each, so £4 total for, you know, hundreds of hours of gaming here. Fable 2 and Fable 3, really excited to add them in. They're kind of a staple to the Xbox collectors. Next up is, let me just check I've got this right, Resonance, I think I'm saying that right, of Fate. Now this is on the PS3 as well, I'm sure, and if I'm getting this correct, the reason I picked this up is because I think this is the one where it's like a, you know, like a Disgaea type battle system, or like what do you call it, Fire Emblem, where it's like a kind of grid based thing. I think this is the game. If not, then I've picked up a wrong game. But anyway, it's still an RPG. But I watched a review for this on the PS3 quite a few years back, and I always meant to pick it up when I was out in the wild, and just never really seen it. I seen it there today, and it was what £1.50 I think, or £1 this one was, and I just decided to grab it while I was there and try it out. I've always kind of stayed away from those type of grid based type tactical RPGs. Never really managed to find one I could get into, but I played a bit of Disgaea just last year, and I really loved what it was. Actually a demo I downloaded on, was it PS3 or PS4, I can't remember, but I downloaded the demo for Disgaea, one of the Disgaea games, and I actually had a hell of a lot of fun playing it, and I have been meaning to go back and get a couple of the Disgaea games to get into that, to try and get me into this genre, because it's one of the genres that has always escaped me. So I have been wanting to get back into that, but anyway, decided to pick this up. And finally, I decided to get Dungeon Siege. Is that Dungeon Siege 3, I think it is? Or it's just like a flag, but I guess it's Dungeon Siege free. But I've seen this in the shops for ages, and this one was only like £1, and I watched a couple of reviews on it for the PS3, and it it looked pretty decent, so I just decided to go out and to pick this one up when I saw it when I was out. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching. Just a quick recap: Dungeon Siege 3, Resonance of Fate, Fable 2, Fable 3, Two Worlds. Really excited to try that out. Infinite Undiscovery. Really excited to try that one out as well. Blue Dragon. Oh, so excited to get into that. This is like one of those games that I've just had in the back of my mind that I'm gonna play for so many years, and I'm in the middle of playing Mirror's Edge 2 right now. Once I get through that and I complete that, I've got this already installed. I put the first disc in, got it installed, backwards compatible. I'm gonna just put so many hours into this, and I'm just gonna sit and enjoy it. Well, I hope I am. Who knows? I could end up hating the game. Enchanted Arms, and the albino of the bunch, Speed Freaks. So thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.